This is just a sample of the audiobook. To get the complete audiobook, access the link posted in the first comment.
Prior to World War II, no nation's military seriously studied urban warfare against conventional military opponents, including the military establishment in the United States. World War I taught many lessons, but urban warfare was not one of them. Open warfare received the bulk of the U.S. Army's attention as it assessed operations during World War I, as opposed to what it perceived as the failure of trench warfare. For the interwar Army, urban warfare had presented itself as a problem so rarely as to be a theoretical issue, dwarfed by larger and more tangible challenges such as air power, mechanization, and mobilization. The paucity of global attention to this topic during this period meant there was little chance for the Army to take intellectual shortcuts by borrowing from others. Be it the American apathy toward national defense in the 1920s or the fiscal famine of the 1930s, the Army had few resources to expend on apparently non-essential requirements. Army leaders focused on absorbing the lessons of the Great War, the most important being how to rapidly expand force structure for industrial-age warfare. Austere budgets forced hard choices on the Army's leadership, and the Army prioritized manpower over equipment or concept development for future warfare. Even for an area of mainstream interest, such as mechanized warfare, the Army's budget for its armored forces from 1920 to 1932 annually averaged an amount equal to the cost of just 2 new medium tanks of the period. Several other factors served to suppress the serious study of urban warfare. American political culture has always been wary of an expansive internal security role for the military. For example, Second and Third Amendments to the Constitution, thus reducing civil order as a driver for the development of urban warfare doctrine. Moreover, the isolationist tendencies of American foreign policy during this period precluded any external rationale for prioritizing urban warfare. A factor common to all armies was the rural settings of most bases and training grounds. The need for vast open spaces in which to train, while not disturbing civilian activity, made the military challenge of urban warfare seem even more theoretical and unimportant. Before World War II, the U.S. Army did have some experience with urban operations, but it proved an insufficient catalyst for prompting significant changes in doctrine or force structure. American troops had at least one notable urban operation in both the Mexican-American War and the Civil War. From the end of the Civil War to the end of the century, the Army was called out over 300 times to quell civil unrest, the largest deployments being in 1877 and 1894, when police in several American cities needed assistance. The last urban deployment before World War II was to quell the bonus marchers in Washington in 1932.